Have you ever looked up at the sky and felt like it was trying to tell you something? In recent months, the universe has been speaking intensely through rare and powerful phenomena, as if to remind you that you are not here by chance. September and October of 2024 are marked by these signs, and the passage of a rare comet carries a direct message for those who feel like they are one of the chosen. It is important that you follow through to the end, as I will show you the specific dates when the comet will be visible and what each moment means for your journey. God's chosen ones, how the passage of the comet affects your lives. Between September 18th and 26th, the comet begins to appear in the morning sky in the southern hemisphere. To see it, you will need binoculars, patience, and the willingness to get out of bed before dawn. This effort reflects your journey. Just like the comet that shines timidly on the horizon, you also face invisible challenges, internal battles that few see. Maybe you feel alone, without many friends, struggling to find a partner who truly understands your soul. It's not because you are not enough, but because you are a light in a world full of shadows. Your presence, like the comet's, illuminates what many prefer to keep hidden. This light you carry is not welcome to everyone. Your energy is so unique and powerful that it reveals the truth people try to hide. They may distance themselves from you for no apparent reason, but the truth is that you challenge them to look within. This becomes even more evident in relationships. People feel your frequency. They sense that you vibrate at a different intensity, and that can be intimidating. They don't want to be near you because, without realizing it, they recognize that you are different, and that scares them. Then comes September 27th, when the comet dangerously approaches the sun, facing temperatures that could destroy it. This is the critical moment, the test of resilience. Maybe you feel like this in life right now, as if you are under unbearable pressure, challenged to confront your fears and insecurities head-on. It might be the fear of being alone, of never finding someone who truly understands you, or the feeling that you are always carrying an invisible burden. But remember, the comet also faces the heat of the sun, and you, like it, are passing through the fire of transformation. This heat you feel is not destroying you, it is purifying you. It's the pressure of life shaping you, forging you, and preparing you for something greater. The truth is that many times you are alone because your journey requires it. The universe is separating you to shape you, to strengthen your spirit, so that you deeply know yourself before finding those who truly resonate with you. Between September 27th and October 2nd, if the comet survives the sun, it will become visible to the naked eye, shining more intensely. And so it is with you. The moments of greatest difficulty are the ones that reveal you the most. You rise from the ashes stronger, more aware of who you are. During this period, you may begin to see things that were previously hidden, not only in yourself but in others as well. Your tolerance for superficialities diminishes, and you begin to value your peace even more. You feel pressured, alone, sometimes misunderstood. The fear of always being alone, of not finding someone who truly understands your depth, is real. But this fear is not here to paralyze you, it is here to propel you. Just like the comet, which emerges brighter after crossing the sun's extreme heat, you are also going through a purification process. Loneliness is not a punishment, but a time to strengthen yourself, to connect with who you really are. During this phase, you may notice that certain people simply no longer fit in your life. It can be painful, but it is a natural purification process. People who once made sense to you suddenly seem out of tune. You start to see that some friendships were based on convenience, not true connection. Relationships that once seemed harmless start to wear you down, and that's okay. You don't need to force yourself to maintain ties that drag you down or don't respect your space for growth. This is the time to be more selective, to choose with whom you share your light. Your loneliness is a filter. It's not isolating you, but preparing your inner circle to be composed of those who truly value who you are. It's keeping away those who are not ready for your intensity, for your truth. It's like a garden. You are removing the weeds to make space for the flowers that really belong there. It's a process of elimination, of separating what does you good from what no longer resonates with your spirit. Many times you may feel misunderstood, as if no one truly sees the depth of what you are living. It may seem like you are alone in a world that doesn't make sense, but the truth is that this loneliness is preparing you. It's strengthening your roots, giving you time and space to bloom at the right time. This is the moment to reconnect with your own voice, with your own truth, without the external interferences that often divert you from your path. This phase of solitude is an opportunity for you to know yourself deeply, without masks, without the need to please or shape yourself to others' expectations. It's a time of reconciliation with your weaknesses, fears, and dreams. You are being called to look within, to confront your shadows, and to embrace your light. This is the moment to stop seeking external validation and find in yourself the value that the world sometimes fails to see. You might feel that solitude is heavy, that nights are long and days seem to drag on, but every moment of silence is a seed planted. It's the fertile ground where your new truths and understandings are growing. It's a time of internal transformation where the most authentic version of you is being polished. You are learning to value your own company, to enjoy being with yourself, and that is a gift no one can take from you. In time, you will begin to see that this solitude made you stronger, more resilient. It taught you to stand alone, to trust in your own strength. And when the right people enter your life, you will know without a doubt that they are there not to fill a void, but to add, to walk beside you truthfully. This selective process that solitude performs is your protection, your guide, showing you who truly deserves to be by your side. You are going through a refining process where each moment of solitude is shaping the diamond within you. It's preparation for something greater, for deeper and truer connections. Don't see this phase as a burden, but as a privilege. You are being prepared and strengthened so that when the right time comes, you will shine without fear, without hiding. Just like the comet crossing the sky, you are destined to leave your mark, to shine in a way that no one can ignore. From October 10th to 12th, the comet reaches its peak brightness, visible right after sunset. This is the moment of greatest light, of greatest revelation. You may feel that your life is at this point too, a moment where everything hidden must come to light. This is the moment to act. If you have been postponing decisions, hiding, or distancing yourself from who you really are, now is the time to change. The comet teaches us that the brightest light comes after the greatest challenges. It's as if the universe is pushing you out of the shadows and into the spotlight. You know what you need to do. It could be ending a cycle, starting a new project, or finally allowing yourself to feel what you have long avoided. There is no more time for excuses. The comet doesn't wait to shine. It simply does, and you need to do the same. Don't let fear of being misunderstood paralyze you. Many chosen ones live without friends or partners, and that's not due to a lack of value. Solitude is a powerful tool for growth. You are being separated not because you are inferior, but because you are extraordinary. Your light is rare, and that scares people. You may feel that your energy is drained when you are around those who do not vibrate at the same frequency, and that exhausts you. It's a sign that you should seek out people who share your depth, who respect your essence. During this period, it's normal for your circle to shrink, but it will become more authentic. You will notice that friendships and relationships that once seemed important lose their meaning. Your peace and balance become priorities. Those who do not contribute to this naturally drift away, and that's okay. You don't need many people, you need the right ones. Anxiety may also be weighing on your life now. A restless mind, a racing heart, the fear of the future. All of this is part of the journey for those who carry a strong light. You see what others don't, feel what others don't, and that can be overwhelming. But the comet crossing the sky reminds us of one thing. Even on the darkest nights, there is light, and that light is within you. This is the moment to slow down, to take care of yourself, to reconnect with what is sacred. Don't be afraid to withdraw when you need to set boundaries, to say no. The solitude you feel now is the space you need to heal your wounds, to strengthen yourself, to prepare for what is to come. You are being shaped for something greater, something that requires a whole heart, not fragments of who you are. Just as the comet traverses the extreme forces of the cosmos, you also carry the marks of all you have lived through. The wounds of the past are like scars that remain, reminders of the battles you have already faced. They may be traumas from relationships that left you insecure, experiences of rejection that hurt your self-esteem, or moments of loss that left you scarred. These events, although painful, are part of your healing journey. The comet that crosses the sky does not hide its scars. It shines despite them, and you, dear chosen one, are also called to do the same. You carry wounds that still hurt, that still influence how you relate to the world. Sometimes the pain of the past prevents you from trusting, makes you question if you are worthy of love and acceptance. But this is the moment to look at those pains head on, to acknowledge them without fear, and to give yourself the space to heal. Being alone during this process is not a punishment, but a necessity. Solitude offers a sacred space for you to reconnect with your own heart, to understand your pains, and to transform them into strength. Every tear, every sleepless night, every thought that challenges you is part of this healing cycle. Allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to cry, but do not allow yourself to give up. Healing happens when you decide that your future is worth more than the pains of the past. During this healing phase, you will discover yourself in ways you never imagined, just like the comet that emerges from the darkness of space to shine with an indescribable light. You're also being shaped for something grand. Sometimes it feels like no one understands the depth of your journey, and that can be incredibly lonely. But it is in these moments of introspection that you find the answers you have been seeking. You may feel pressured by external expectations, by a society that values the superficial and scorns the profound. But remember, your journey is unique. While many chase recognition, you are being called to something greater, something that requires authenticity, courage, and resilience. Do not compare yourself. Do not diminish yourself. Your light is singular, and even if it takes time, it will always find the right place to shine. During these periods of solitude, you will realize that you need to be your own support. It's a time to strengthen your faith, deepen your spiritual connection, and prepare yourself for what is to come. The comet's journey is not linear, and neither will yours be. There will be highs and lows, days of intense brightness and moments of darkness, but it's all part of the path. This phase you are living is preparation. You are not being shaped to be like others. You are being prepared for something greater. Just like the comet that travels unimaginable distances, your journey is long, but each stage is essential. The universe is aligning the circumstances, preparing you for the next chapter of your life. During this time, you are being called to trust the process, even when it doesn't make sense. Solitude is the refinement that prepares you to receive the right people, those who truly resonate with your soul. Superficial relationships are not for you. You need connections that are deep and true, and that takes time. The comet shining in the sky was not shaped in a day. It went through cycles, trials, and moments of near destruction, and yet it shines. And you will shine too. Preparation for the future is silent, but powerful. The universe is working behind the scenes of your life, aligning you with what you truly need, not just with what you want. Rejection is a word that echoes in the lives of many chosen ones. Perhaps you have felt rejected many times by family, friends, or loves that didn't work out. This rejection hurts because, deep down, you feel that you're not seen or accepted for who you really are. And that hurts because all you want is to be understood. But rejection is also a form of protection. Every no you received was a necessary redirection, a detour to keep you on the right path. Just like the comet is diverted by the gravity of stars and planets, you are also being guided, even if it feels painful. The pain of rejection does not define your worth. It merely shows you that you are destined for something more with your essence. You are not alone in this feeling. Many chosen ones feel that their souls are misunderstood, that they carry a weight few can understand. But the beauty of your journey is that you are being led to the right place, to the right people, and that requires patience and faith. The doors that close now are not the end. They are the beginning of a new path that is still unfolding. It is normal in moments of solitude and challenges to feel the weight of anxiety as a constant shadow. It may be that in the quiet of the night, your mind does not rest, bringing up all your doubts, insecurities, and fears. Your heart races, your breathing shortens, and the feeling of drifting can be overwhelming. But it is precisely in these moments that you are called to find peace within yourself, the kind that the outside world cannot offer. This inner peace does not come easily. It is cultivated in every small act of self-care. You may not feel motivated to get out of bed to face another day, but remember, taking care of yourself is a revolutionary act. The simple act of taking a moment to breathe, to feel the sun on your face, to allow yourself a time of quiet, is an act of self-love that many underestimate. And that's exactly what you need right now. When everything around you seems to be falling apart, find refuge in the small things that bring you joy. A hot coffee in the morning, the sound of rain on the window, a song that connects you with good memories. These details are anchors that keep you grounded, reminding you that despite the storm, there is still beauty. There is still a reason to keep going. Don't pressure yourself to be okay all the time. Just allow yourself to be human. The journey you are living is challenging because it demands that you reconnect with your purest essence. This is a time of silence, introspection, and rediscovery. And although the path seems arduous, remember that you are not lost. You are being found. Every time you choose to care for yourself, even if it's just for a few minutes, you are telling the universe that you are committed to your own light, to your own truth. The comet crossing the sky teaches us that even the most solitary journeys have a purpose. It shines because, despite the forces trying to bring it down, it continues. And you, dear chosen one, are also in this process of crossing the fire and emerging stronger. You are going through cycles of loss, change, and rebirth, and all of this is part of your return to the light. It is hard to see the light when everything around you seems dark. The losses you face, the relationships that crumble, the dreams that seem distant, all of this can cloud your vision. But remember, the light doesn't disappear. It's just covered by temporary clouds. Just like the comet that shines brighter after crossing the sun's extreme heat, you are also being prepared to shine in ways you never imagined. You carry within you the ability to reinvent yourself, to rise from the ashes, to turn every tear into strength. Think of the times you felt at rock bottom and somehow found a spark of hope that kept you going. That same light is with you now, guiding you even when you cannot see the next step. The return to the light is not a final destination. It is a continuous process. Every challenge you face, every fear you overcome, is a step towards that light. And even though the path is solitary, know that it is leading you to a place where your soul can finally rest and flourish. Do not rush this return. Allow yourself to live each stage, each emotion, each lesson, because it is in these stages that you find the true value of who you are. When the comet shines in the sky from October 10th to 12th, it does not worry about being seen or understood. It simply does what it was created to do: illuminate the space around it. And you, in your uniqueness, were created to light up the lives of those around you, even when there are no applause, even when no one seems to notice. Your light is necessary, and the world needs you exactly as you are, with all your scars, with all your stories. If you are feeling lost now, if the world around you doesn't seem to make sense, know that you are being called to reconnect with your essence. Every pain, every tear is shaping your soul, strengthening your spirit, and revealing the truth of your being. This is the path of the strong, of those who dare to grow in the face of adversity. When you look back, you will see that every obstacle was a sacred lesson, sculpting your purest and brightest version. Allow yourself to live this process with the courage of a spiritual warrior. Raise your head, look at the sky, and remember, just as the comet crosses the infinite, guided by a divine force, you are also being led. The light you seek already resides within you. Trust the journey, move forward with faith, and let your light inspire and transform the world around you.